Hatapu, Hatapu, Heru Nefer. So glad to see you this beautiful morning. So glad you could be here. We're going to get it in today. So let's start with our adumbration. We're going to get in with our Shiasha. We're going to start with our Asar Stance. Going to get into our Qigong. We're going to do our Aha. We're going to do the form. This last time, we're going to spend a little work on the spine. We're going to review the hip and hamstring engagement. We're going to review the yogic version of the stretching in terms of the spinal stretch to all stretch the whole body all the way through the hamstrings and back of the calf from a standing position. And then we're going to go through simple kneeling again so we can prep for Kinetic Kneeling. So really want folks to be able to begin to get that as we strengthening this year, we'll be strengthening the body in terms of prepping for the Kemetic Sema or the Sema series of movements that we do from the Temple of the White and Gold Lotus Shrine of Amun-Ra, which is a very specific set. So hopefully folks will, hey, all right, got a few folks dropping in. Hopefully folks will have an opportunity to be with us as we come through the end of this year and move on through the end of this Western calendar year, excuse me. And as we elevate through the new year, which is we're still in the first month of the Kemetic calendar and the first season. And we'll get into that at some other time. But on here, we're headed into fall. And I say headed into fall is that we're in these special times where we have watermelon and pomegranate, all still in season. So we're in a little flux. We're going to remember now it's the large intestine and the lungs that are active in fall season. So you want to do things that work and benefit the lungs and the large intestine. So we're going to get into something that does and supports all of that right now. After we bow, we're going to get into our Asar Stance. So let's move. Yes. There it is. All right. Let's see. Yep, we can see me here mostly. Good, good, good. Uatchit. Pyramid hands. And we bow in. To all the masters that have gone before us, we bow. Teacher to student, student to teacher. Pyramid hands. Shifting weight to the right, stepping left, a little wider than shoulders width. Balance the weight. Tuck the bottom and get into the Asar Stance and begin. Pyramid hands. Holding the golden orbs. Rotating the hands into oneness. Into the turtle. Out to the drawbridge. Point the hands between the legs for 2 breaths. Enter oneness. Rabbit through the chute. Into oneness. Elbows. Into oneness. Into the turtle. Into oneness. Right hand on top of left hand, palms up, thumbs touching. Arms and hands not touching the body. Rotate the left hand on top. Palms are facing each other. See a golden white light like the sun in between the palms of the hands. Into oneness. Into the turtle. Out to the drawbridge. Point the hands between the legs for 2 breaths. Into oneness. Pyramid hands. Drop the left hand beneath the navel, hand nor arm touching the body. Right hand still out in front of pyramid hand. Bring the right hand into the chest here, not touching, but above the left hand. Extend the right hand out as we prepare to trace the Tai Chi diagram, and we begin. And stop. Center. Bring the right hand in. Pyramid hands. Shift all the way to the right leg and slide the left foot into Uatchit. And shake it out, opposite hand, opposite leg. Feet parallel, shoulders width. You get into the KhASA position. Two breaths. Palms facing forward, 2 breaths. Shifting the weight as we pivot into the dua position, 4 breaths. Stepping back into the gathering. I'm going to do it from the side so you can see bottom is tucked into the chest. You're pressing out from the chest. Working the shoulder around and up. All right, and swinging arms. Another swing. That's second down. I'm going to open the chest and stretch the back 5 times. Two. Three. Four. Last one. Check it out. All right, I'm going to turn this way. All right. So you want your left leg facing your camera. We're moving together. Ideally, your space doesn't do that. It's okay. We're going to do the little Tai Chi walk real quick. Get those hands up. Shift. Breathe in. Exhale and step. Inhale. Bring the leg up as high as you can. Exhale. Shift. Step. Inhale. Go as far as you can. All right, I'm going to turn around. Shake it out if you need to. Feet parallel, shoulders width. We're going to sink down, shift the weight. We always start with that left leg. And remember, we're not on the catwalk. So we can keep the feet Shoulders width. All right, shake it out. Opposite hand, opposite leg. Good, good, good. Feet parallel, shoulders width. I'm gonna do something we haven't done in a while. We did it last session. I want to follow up and do it this session as well. Okay. Gonna do ward off to the right and left for 4 breaths, just to make sure that folks' legs are strong, our foundation is good, so that as we keep moving, you want to keep going back to the basics, going back to the things we started with, keep the body strong so that you elevate. So outside the Tai Chi walking, which will begin to get you being able to move, keeping the body in the proper structure, we're gonna now work on the tools we used to use to strengthen the structure. So we're gonna do ward off, right and left 4 breaths. Here we go. Move with me. Here we go. 4 breaths. Shift it away, 4 more breaths. Now we ward off to the left. Sunrise over the mountain one more time. All right, shake it out. Opposite hand, opposite leg. Excellent. All right, Uatchit. Here we go. Short form, sinking down. All right, I'm gonna do it again. Uchi, sinking down. Check it out. All right, there we go. So now, what we're going to do, I'm gonna have a seat, get a good spot. First thing we're gonna do, simple kneeling. Again, do it on the side so you can see. Toes, heels, knees together, feet are not crossed. Come on back, so you're here. Right hand, left hand is on top of the right hand. You're sitting on top of the feet. Thumbs are touching, palms up. Go, breathing in, out, in, out, in, out. Fire breath. Deep breath in, chin down, release. Okay, now we're gonna come forward. We're gonna be on the ball of the foot, best you can. So you wanna curl those toes under. Toes, heels, and knees are together. Gonna come up, as much as you can, you're gonna sit on top of those toes, bottom. Hands are here. Breathing in. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. Fire breath. Deep breath in. Chin down. And release. Come on forward, point the toes. Okay, I'm gonna face it this way so you can see. You're gonna take your right leg, make sure it stays bent. You're gonna get back on it. The left leg you're gonna have straight, like so. Gonna breathe 4 normal breaths. All right, and we switch. All right. So that's one. Now, you want to keep that left leg bent. What you're going to do is you're going to take that right leg and extend it behind you. Okay, so I'm going to come on the side so you can see. So here and here. Got it? Here. So we're just going to be here. The leg is straight out behind you. And this is prepping for what we call Kinetic Kneeling. Okay, and a bit variation on African styles of kneeling. They're very different. Now you're going to extend. Now switch the other leg. Now you're going to extend the left leg. This right leg is bent. All right. Okay. So now, come back to the front. And I'm going to go simple kneeling just for a moment. So we get into what you consider an African kneel. This would be like simple kneeling. I've showed you kind of describes kneel, which is on one leg. And then you kind of have the kneel you would do before the Nekhebit, or the emperor, or what has been labeled pharaoh in common parlance, or the same way you would actually greet your parents. So some folks, if you're from Western Africa, particularly the Yoruba or the Ifa, Isese practicing regions, you may see a similarity in the bow that you come down and you would actually do it with left leg back, and you would come down here, head to the ground, then you come up. And so that's a part of our prepping your body for our Kemetic yoga flow routine. That want to be able to get folks, get their bodies ready. It's not a surprise for you, so that when you do it, all of the joints we ready to go. So hopefully the work you've been doing with your Asar Stance, with the Qigong, has enabled you to get your body to be able to move a bit more fluidly, so that these positions you'll get into. So you'll see now why I waited and didn't start out with the Sema positions. Start out with our yoga. Want the body to be ready, okay? Want the body to be strong enough to be able to do that. And so there's some other things we're going to begin to start doing with the arms to work on beyond Asar Stance, strengthening the upper body. We're going to do some other things to strengthen the upper body so that we can then begin to advance in that part. And hopefully we'll have folks where I'll show you the different strengthening exercises that will then help you get to what we need for the upper body strengthening, including the head and neck muscle support all up in here on the neck, the traps and lats. All right, so now let's get to a simple lotus, crisscross applesauce, half full, whatever's comfortable. We're going to do our breathing exercise. You're going to take your right hand and place it palm up, thumb and index finger touching, left thumb blocking off the left nostril, middle index finger in the center of the forehead. Breathing in. Out. In. Out. In. Out. Fire breath. Deep breath in. Out. Switching hands, no breath. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. 5 breaths. Deep breath in. Release. Both hands, palms up, thumb and index finger touching, breathing in. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. 5 breaths. Deep breath in. Chin down. And release. All right, hopefully everybody's feeling good. We're at our part where we get to the wisdom from the sages of the ages. So let's go on ahead and get that in. You get mature. Readjust a little bit here. So we got several readings today because we're going to do the new ones. So we'll start off with the new one. It's coming from what we call the Guiding Light of Lao Tzu. It is a Taoist book. I go with this one. It's translated by Henry Way. Okay, and this one is called 37. There's a number, the one in the poem it is, or the treatise paragraph. The way of government. Tao is eternal and devoid of action, yet there is nothing it does not do. If kings and nobles can preserve it intact, the 10,000 things will reform of themselves. If after they desire to be active, if after the reform, rather, they desire to be active, I shall calm them with the nameless simplicity. The nameless simplicity will induce desirelessness. Desirelessness will tend to quiescence, and the world will set itself on the right course. All right. So we're going to go from the essence of the Tai Chi Chuan again. We're talking about the 5-character secret. And I think we're at the 5th character. Actually, we are not. We are at the 4th character because we did before calm, agility. The last time we did breath. So this time we're doing internal force, and then spirit will be the one we discuss at the next section. We good? Good. So let's get it in. Here we go. Internal force. The internal force of the whole body through practice becomes one unit. Distinguish clearly between substantial and insubstantial. To discharge that energy, it is necessary to have root. The internal force starts from the foot, is commanded by the waist, and manifested in the fingers, and discharged through the spine and back. One must completely raise the spirit, or pay attention, at the moment when the opponent's force is just about to manifest, but has not yet been released. My internal force has then already met theirs, not too late, not early. It's like using a leather tinder to start a fire, or like a fountain gushing forth. In going forward or stepping back, there is not even the slightest disorder. In the curve, seek the straight, store, then discharge. Then you are able to follow your hands and achieve a beneficial result. This is called borrowing force to strike the opponent, or using 4 ounces to deflect 1,000 pounds. And then from the teachings of Ptah-Hotep, if you want to have perfect conduct, to be free from every evil, then above all, guard against the vice of greed. Greed is a grievous sickness that has no cure. There is no treatment for it. It embroils fathers, mothers, and the brothers of the mother. It parts the wife from the husband. Greed is a compound of all of the evils. It is a bundle of all hateful things. That person endures whose rule is rightness, who walks a straight line, for that person will leave a legacy by such behavior. On the other hand, the greedy has no tomb. And with that, I'm grateful for the time we've been able to spend together on this day. Grateful for your time, your participation, your presence. So let's bow out. We say, to all the masters that have gone before us, we bow. Teacher to student, student to teacher. Ashe. Giving honor and respect to the ancestors bearing witness to the eternal witnesses of the earth and sky. I bid you Hotep, peace. Ankh Uja Seneb, life, health, strength, and posterity. Heru Nefer, good day. Hetepu, Ankh Uja Seneb. Amanre Suten Necher, Atanre Neb, and Ankh. Hetepu.